Accelerator. Alright, there's a lot of options on bagging systems. You can go with the real expensive one if you want to, but this is actually for a push mower. And well, it's not actually a push mower, it's for the FW15. It's the FW15 is certainly one of a kind. I've never seen a mower like it. It does have a hydro mower, a hydro motor turning the wheels, but it only has one, so you can't actually steer it. However, they did put a differential in that motor so that when you do turn it, it turns fairly well once you learn to let it do the work. That was challenging. So we're gonna put, I needed a grass catcher and leaf catcher for it. So after lots of thought put into it, what I was gonna get came down to Mr. Accelerator. It is very light. I don't know the weight to it. I will look it up and post it right there. There's how much it weighs, and I really like it. It's solid aluminum. It is not steel, so that's why it's a little bit lighter than the steel versions are. I want to give a big shout out to Tony over in Georgia. He's
Alright guys, want to give a big shout out to a couple people I've asked about this bagger. Have just helped me so much over the years, and I finally pulled the trigger. The first one that comes to mind, well, there's a couple, you guys, don't think one's better than another or something, but Countryside Lawn Care, man, he's got one of these. He's put it on multiple of his different mowers. Ross Lawn Care, Spencer's Lawn Care, Blades of Grass Lawn Care in Savannah, Georgia. All these guys have these.
He's a big fan of the Accelerator, and thank you, Tony. You are one of the few that helped me decide on this one. So we're gonna put this thing on. I'm looking forward to using it. For this, I would not take this on a huge job. No, that's gonna be mulching. When it comes to big jobs, we're gonna use mulching for that. That's just the way it's gonna be. So let's get this installed. I got a feeling this is gonna be rather simple. I also went with the option for a dust cover. I will tell you that over the my research on this, that I would strongly advise you getting the dust cover. This thing is well worth the fit, because when debris goes inside this catcher, the tiny particles do come out and they will cover you. Maybe not so much on the FW15 or a smaller mower where you're walking behind it. I don't know yet, but definitely if you're sitting on a mower, this dust cover is highly recommended. I hate using my fillet knife. Invest in a good cutting knife. I got a cutting knife, but it's cheap. It's no good. I don't even know where it's at. I don't use it no more. That's how bad it is. Well, that's Staples. Aluminum? No sticking.
Time can never be your trusted friend or your sworn ally. No, it's the harshest mistress of all. And life is just a chain of moments spent 1,000 hell.
I better look at that again. Right on the front page. There's no chainsaw in here. Try to use the right tools if you can. There is no doubt that the quick shoot is going to have to come off. I'm not even going to look into it. I just know that it needs to come off. And if I am correct, this plate will actually sit on top of the plate that holds the grass catcher itself. I'm not 100% on that, but I think that's the way it's going to play out. And so I'm going to go ahead and take the quick shoot off.
Stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together. What goes up must come down. There's lots of friendly faces all around, and nothing's ever lifting me higher than a touch of your desire. Well, we're all built in right. We just have to hold on through the night. As long as we are watching the fire, we'll be safe from the devil's choir. I stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. Can make it together. Yeah, yeah.
I move forward on this project of the installation, it's starting to get dark. It's now 6 o'clock. Sun has already set, so I don't want to be working this into the dark. I don't have a shop. I don't have lights where I can actually see to do anything. This is the worst part of this year that I don't, that I'm just not real pleased with. Is even worse than the cold. I can handle the cold because I don't live in Alaska, Minnesota, or Illinois, or New York. Randy, Sean, all you guys, but I'm gonna call it a night. I'll be okay right here. The reason I am calling it a night is because pulling everything out, I've got quite a bit to put up, so I'm gonna get everything put up, leave that just like it is. It's a good to go, and we'll see. So we'll start this over in the morning, and thanks to the power of editing, morning. Now, glory to God, what a beautiful fall day, and it feels good too. Remember the parts list? This is my Milwaukee drill bit set. It goes up to 3/8. Look at that list again. I remember when I put the quick shoot on the Gravely, I had the same problem with the parts, with the drill bit set. It doesn't go up to a 9/16. My set stops at 3/8. A 3/8 is not big enough. I can remember when I did the quick shoot on the Gravely, I had to waller it out because I didn't have a big enough bit. I am not gonna do that on this. So, it's off to the store. I do not want to go to the store, but I got to have the right tools. Use the right tools. I know many times we make do with what we got, but when you got the right tool, man, it really does make a difference.
Oh, I've been long gone, wanna talk to you. I've been hustling for so long. Oh, and I've been thinking about the past, and it keeps me going on. Oh, and I can't stop, no, I don't stop. It's only I can see.
All right, so that situation is rectified. I won't have the problem again with having to waller something out. So I brought my drill just to make sure, because I've had this problem before where the shank would not fit the drill that I had at the time. And so I've already checked this inside the store, but the shank will fit inside this particular drill that I have from Milwaukee. So we are good to go. Let's get back to the house.
Covering all of North Alabama, solid, conservative, just plain right. Hey, I'm going to move to number 2 in the Triple Dipper. In harm's way is what I'm calling this. And I named it that because it's so important that we remember that it's not just in a time of declared war that we have troops in harm's way. Not at all. There are contingency operations. There are deployments as a show of force. There are things going on in long instability, long regions with long instability, and that's ongoing right now. We have troops in harm's way right now. And as I prepared for this segment, even I with, still having family in the military, still having friends that are very much involved in both defense contracting and in the defense industry and in the actual world of the DOD, I still found myself going, oh wow, I didn't know that one. So here's the thing. As we are looking at our U.S. military, which by the way, I love, I have a fondness for the U.S. I have 30 years of service. I have no regrets. I guess the only regret I have is that my uniform's still not on. I loved serving. And like I said before multiple times on the show, it was generational for me. I got to watch my dad, my granddad before me. I'm watching other younger members of my family coming up now through the ranks. And it's just, to me, it is just, it's an honorable form of service. That being said, I'm also struggling with what I'm seeing being done to and with the military in some aspects these days. The Biden administration, in my opinion, is clear evidence of what happens when someone is appointed to a position of leadership who has never led anything in their lives. That's what we're seeing. The current commander-in-chief has never led anything in his whole life, not once. I mean, I don't know that he ever led a Little League team, literally. And now, here we are, and he's in charge. I mean, and he's had, and here's the phrase I keep using. I coined it. You can borrow it, but I coined it. It's that he had 40 years in D.C. with the luxury of rhetoric without responsibility. He was allowed to go to the podium, say whatever he wanted to, and walk away and not have to own it and not lead anything at all. And here we are. He's in charge.